There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Globe.
Psychologist, relationship coach, the one, the only
Benjamin Zulu.
Benjamin Zulu himself.
Welcome to the show. My name is Sylvia Keremi. Today is an interesting day because you're going to be looking at a really interesting and amazing topic. And now, let me read something before I introduce our speaker today. It says, learn to be grateful for closed doors. Even if some surprise you, the rebuff of seeing the door you were running to get into slam in your face can feel bad, even if it was the door of a lift. But feelings are always based on what is apparent. Now, it's not as easy as it's said, just feeling bad and getting over it. How do we forget those who have forgotten us? That is what we are discussing today. Welcome to the conversation. Yes, Benjamin Zulu. How do we forget these people? It's not as easy as it's said.
It's not as easy, but it's necessary. Some things in life, you need them, like a prick of a needle. It's like a jab. You need an immunization of sorts.
Yes.
Not happily, not easy, but it saves you from a greater pain. The question is what to do when people bait and switch on you.
Yeah.
When they bring you close enough to get invested, to even go some distance with them, to dream of a life together, to build, relationships have a way of you seeing yourself in another person and seeing a future with them.
Yeah.
So much that there's a version of you that exists when you are around them.
Yes.
And it does not exist out here.
Yes.
You guys support each other in a way. Internally, you have a language and hopes for each other. There's a way you see each other's potential.
Yeah.
There's a way you promise to create each other together.
Yes.
There's something you build that is unique with a person. So we are not just you're usually not just losing a relationship, you're losing that you were creating with them, and the version of you that you could see in them, the potential they called out of you, and the inspiration they brought you, and who you could become because of their energy. It's not just a person who has forgotten you. It's not just a relationship that you've lost.
Yes.
It's all that shared reality. It's all that version of yourself and the uniqueness they drew out of you. People have different energies, and by the time you sit with a person, usually, if you're a deliberate person in life, you select a person because of the version of you that they bring out.
Yes.
Because of how they make you feel buoyant, confident, is how they... Although you usually don't admit it that you're looking for a person who challenges you, makes you grow. That's not what we say.
Yes.
But when we find it, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
When people ask you what you want, you usually say you want somebody who makes your life easier.
Yes.
You want somebody who helps you in life. You want somebody with whom you flow. But in reality, that's not the truth.
What's the truth?
When you finally meet a person who makes your life easier, you feel lazy.
Yes.
You don't have energy. You want a person, yes, they are pleasant to be with, yes, they energize you, but they call you forth to a higher ground.
Yes, they challenge you.
Yes, in a positive way, not in a way that is punitive, but in a way that when you are around this person, there's a kind of carelessness with your potential they don't tolerate. There's a laxity your girlfriends might tolerate. This guy does not tolerate. There's a playing small that you have done out there in the world. They don't see you that way. They see you as a capable person who can do more. And because of where they place you, you find yourself leveling up.
Yes.
The names they call you, how they see you, the potential they believe in you, the conviction, just the light in which they see you invites you to a higher ground.
Exactly.
That's what we fall in love with. It's not just the person. It's what they draw out of us.
Okay.
Moses meant drawn out because his life meant he was drawn out of a lot of problems. The name Moses means drawn out.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a time he was cast in water, and when the lady got got him, Sometimes there's an esteem where we are drowning in self-esteem, drowning in low self-esteem, drowning in lack of hope to accomplish some things.
Yeah.
There's a lady, a singer in French. She sings in French, called Celine Dion. She was a young girl, not known. Then she met this music director who molded her into a global star. So much, she loved it so much, she married him. They were very wide apart in age, as you can guess.
Yes.
And people criticize, are you taking advantage of the young girl? But I thought, I know what has happened. She has fallen in love with the version of her that this man brings out.
Yes.
We tend to love what people pull out of us. And if they are capable of making you do that much, you wonder how much more you will grow into. So that's why when people run away from their partner to go cheat to the person who is easy, who does not challenge, who does not push them forward, eventually they get bored. Eventually they feel they want to run away because the version of themselves they are around that person, they don't want that. That's not what they want for their life.
Yes.
Sometimes you know what you don't want to stay with. You know what you don't want to continue. But in the moment of temptation, the moment of, those times you just want indulgence, I don't know what, you may find yourself enjoying, people just buy you alcohol, party you, indulge you, they don't talk about your progress, your life, what you're doing with yourself. After a while you feel guilty, you feel wasted, because they only drag you to the lower versions of you.
Yeah.
That's not what we marry. We marry the person who, they don't stress us, but they stretch us. Challenge in form of a stretch, not challenge in form of stress. A challenge in form of what they see in you, how they believe in you. The people, by just how they are convinced of what you're capable of, you get convinced too.
Yeah.
They convince you about your potential.
Yes.
They see it so clearly. And they're able to show you by illustration. They make you achieve small steps in that direction until you never thought you can sing, never thought you can play this instrument, you never thought you can do business. They keep seeing it.
Yes.
And they make you sell one thing and another until you say, come to think of it, I think I can do it. Particularly, they are very good in a field and they know how to pick talents that relate to that field. Some people know their field so well, they can pick who else has potential in it. Other people don't need to be in that industry. They just love you.
Yes.
And they want to create a better you, to help you develop every potential you have. And they are invested. That's what you fall in love with. So today we are discussing how to forget a person you had that with.
Okay, yes. That was quite a good intro. Yes.
Imagine all that now, and then somebody just walks out. When they kept you on top of their mind and they said you are the most wonderful person they've ever seen, and you're the most potential, they can't wait to see what you'll evolve into, then suddenly they move away and forget you. What do you do? And number one, because you will feel like you're not just losing them, you're losing the part of you that they used to draw out. You feel like you're losing every promise that you had together, and the person and the potential they had the key to unlock. What they made you taste, what they made you sample and you're capable of. Number one is, I want you to move away from the common social cycles you shared with them. When you do that, you may think you're losing, but you're moving away from the social spaces, the social cycles, without moving away from the growth you grew with them. Don't throw away the properties you bought, or the courses you started, or the skills you started learning, or the things you did. You shall retire the social spaces, the friends, the places you used to visit, because they are full of that person's energy and they keep reminding you of that person. People keep asking you because they used to see you this person, or you're coming, and where so and so, where so and so. So don't go to those places that you had created together, and the people keep telling you that person's looking for you, or we saw them posting this, they keep updating you. Those people and those places, that's what you cut off. But you don't cut off the you that evolved out of association with them. Differentiate the two.
Yes.
Your temptation will be to throw away every gift, every item, because you want to really cut that part off and move on. And it's very advisable to actually move away from every place that is full of their energy. The things you shared, the places you went, the things you did.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if you are conscious, you're also dating healthy, you are conscious to make sure you maintain sexual boundaries, because internal, emotional, sexual attachments can trouble you for a long time. You can still have deep entanglements without sexual involvement. But we're also discussing sometimes you were legally married and people have just forgotten you and moved on.
Yeah.
So even if you had gone as far as marriage and people, or as far almost married, those kind of things that you are together, it will help you greatly to know this person made you know you can sing, made you know you can host shows, introduce you to podcasts, cheered you on until you started your thing.
Yes.
They really launched you in something you had a dream about, but you couldn't get around to start it. They got you starting that master's. They got you starting this business. They got you going this direction that you know it's authentically you.
Yes.
They were just there as a cheerleader. The right lover is a lead cheerleader. They really cheer you on.
You just want someone to push you.
Yes, and when they love you, they really want to grow you.
Yeah.
It's not true love when people are intimidated with your potential. Let's stop mistaking it. Some people want to keep you small.
True.
Because they're afraid of your potential. They want to use you when you are tiny and you're controllable. They for them is possession. They want to possess you.
Yeah.
What true love gives you wings, does not clip your wings. Anytime you feel like somebody's trying to diminish you, they discourage your dreams, they discourage your connections, they come in the way when you try to move forward with your life. That's not true love. Don't mistake it.
Yes.
They're looking for an object to massage their insecure ego, and they're looking for somebody to worship them. They're not looking to journey with you. They're looking for you to make. Just imagine somebody looking for a tool to scratch themselves, somebody to sing them songs or make their life comfortable or do things for them.
Yeah.
While they grow and you don't grow. People are doing that a lot and calling it love.
Yes.
But you can sense they want to keep you in the same space. That is usually the motivation when you see a woman going for a young man who is way younger than her, or a man who is unemployable and stranded in life, so she can control every dynamic.
Oh, okay.
It's a control, it's not love.
Yes.
They want something, a human toy, to meet their needs without requiring them to meet any need.
Yes.
You see, a woman who has money, giving you money is not a sacrifice.
True.
Feeding you when she's already has a house, she's over there, feeding that young man is not a sacrifice.
Yeah. It's like feeding a child.
You know?
Yes.
So she'll give you what is cheapest for her, so that she does not give you what could really change your life. Growth, opportunities, advancing you. And that's the same reason you also see men going for way younger women. There's no reason a 40-year-old will be talking to a 22-year-old.
Yeah, those are two different generations, actually.
They're looking for somebody who they can completely control.
Yes.
Completely. They usually play on the greed or innocence or naivety of these young people. They come as a mentor. They come and launch you in new things that are very easy for them because they have networks.
Yeah.
They can get you a job, internship.
Yes.
They have several cars. They can give you one to drive and you feel like they've changed your life. You know?
Yes.
They give you what they already have abundance of by advantage of being older.
Yeah.
And you think it's now they're out of this world. Over time, you come to realize it was so a facade. They worked on your greed. So what I want you to do is, I don't want you to forsake the direction of growth. You started with this person. You may ask me, but I'll always remember. They signed me up for the masters. I'll always remember. They started me on the music, this talent. We started with them. Will I not always remember them? I want you to know that some relationships are not meant to last. They're meant to start something in you that lasts.
Yes.
It's not the relationship that will last. It's what they start in you. Can you value your growth and see people as farmers who pass by your life and irrigate?
Yeah.
Particularly when you're not the one who did. When you did right, you did honest. You were true. Don't allow yourself to retract, regress, and reverse, lose good progress just because the person with whom you did that part of your journey has gone.
Yes.
There are two reasons. One, that time you are with them will never come back. There's a time that has gone forever. You need good use of that time. Are we together?
Yes.
And number two, there's a pain in having to heal from them. And the only reward for most of the pains in life is to turn them into something that is purposeful. Some of the suffering you will go in life will not make any other sense apart from saying it was a very painful marriage, very painful relationship, all that. But I got this child, I got this business, I treasure.
Yeah, you
what I
got something from it.
Otherwise, it would be an empty suffering.
Yes.
You get?
True.
So there's a reason I want you to keep those steps you made so that you can say I carried something. That's an alchemy. That's how you turn things for your good. All things to work for your good requires you make good of everything. Try to turn everything to your positive. So don't be that person who returns the car, returns the house, give back the money. Don't be that person.
Yes.
Your time was spent there.
Yeah.
Your time. Yes, there's a time we forfeit something for the sake of peace, but I don't want you to be childish. Let me start zero again. Time has gone.
After like 5, 6, 7 years.
Time has gone. You lost time.
Yeah.
Make good use of that time. Learn to be self-focused, not selfish. I know you don't like that language.
Yes.
Be self-caring.
Yeah.
Be considerate. Don't say, I'm so hungry, don't want anything that belongs to them. Then you give away millions of dollars. A house that took you years to buy together. No house, it's okay, I'll start zero. Those years.
Mind yourself.
Those years.
Yeah.
Be mindful of yourself. Don't forsake the growth. How does this help you? This helps you to turn their memory into a positive thing. So we are not just forgetting them.
Yeah.
We are turning their memory into, away from pain, into, it was good, it left me the house.
Yeah, sure.
At least I got this car.
It elevated you.
Another thing is these people introduced you to, and they're not connected to that person, or you developed a connection of your own. There are people who you met in the course of that part of your life, and they are useful to you. And they have no connection to this person. Just imagine you visited their company where she works, this lady used to work, and you met people there who you connect on another level.
Yeah.
You went to the same high school, you reconnected there. Or they liked your talent, or they invited you to do your job. They gave you gigs in your field of work.
Yes.
Those social networks you make during every season of your life, they are treasure. They are investments. Don't throw them out the window just because you're done with a person. And yet, you're going to cut off mutual friends and mutual places, mutual cycles. The places that carry that person's energy, carry that person's name. People only see you with that person. They only see you in the light of that relationship.
Yes.
Those are the things you cut off.
The mutual friends too?
Yes.
Oh.
If a friend is respectful and letting you move on, and they're leaning on your side, you don't need to cut them off. But most of them become informers.
Yeah.
So if they are a friend to that person, they start reporting what you're doing, what you're up to.
Yeah.
So cutting off here is not about harshness. It's simply not updating them. I don't want you to think of coming and aggressively or blocking, telling them never talk to me again. You simply stop feeding that connection.
Yes.
Many things in life will die when you stop feeding them. So don't call them, don't chat them, don't check their status, and if you're working in the same space, because sometimes you may be meeting physically because of work,
Yes.
you simply remove yourself emotionally and become professional. bring personal boundaries, and just greet professionally and mind your business.
Yes.
That is enough. That is very possible, and it is very mature. You need that. And the second thing I'm going to do that will make you forget this person finally, the one that has a final blow, is to launch your greatest dreams, to launch in your greatest direction, to start what you wanted most, and it could simply be marriage, dating for marriage.
Yes.
To launch your greatest dream that takes you to the next level of life. Why is this important? It moves you from the same level you were with that person, and it closes that chapter where that person was important in your life with finality. If you delay to do this, because many people don't do this, for 10 years later, 15 years later, 20 years later, that person will still be in your mouth.
Yes.
Because you are the last major event. So I want you to start another major event.
Oh, yes, actually, yeah.
Start another major event. When you start another major event, you're following the philosophical principle that the best way to, you don't fight the old. The best way to open new chapters in your life, don't fight the old. Start a new thing that makes the old thing obsolete.
Yeah. Yes.
Rather than fighting the old, start a new thing that makes the old
obsolete.
Yes.
Yeah.
Launch in the new direction of your life. And many times is you wanted marriage, so go now look for marriage.
Yes.
So that you can make that story where this person was important fade away. This is not rebound relationship. This is not reactionary trying to pass a message to them.
Yeah.
This is recollecting and saying, what's the time and what's my goal? The time by my watch now is that I'm 29 years. I'm 35 years.
Yeah.
I'm almost running out of time. I wanted family. That's my main goal. Walk into a therapist, ask what can I do to make sure I'm not projecting what is coming.
Yes.
Get the right books, get healing your inner self, get dealing toxic relationships, get podcasts, sit with yourself every evening, take notes, take yourself back to class of dating, get the dating package of books, talk to the right people, rebrand yourself, get better clothes, step out the new energy, call up guys, check what people are doing, check where meetups are, respond to these invitations for social events.
Yeah.
Previously you were too busy with this person, you were not available. And now be available.
Yes.
Show up. Start looking for the marriage, or start the dream. Some people wanted to go abroad. Go abroad. Although we said you should not change continents when you want to get married.
Yeah.
You are changing your social circles, and it will be harder
To start
afresh.
Yeah.
It may take you a decade before you settle in any new continent. People keep saying the opportunity came and I could not bypass it. Not every door opens that you're supposed to go in.
Yeah.
Learn timing. And I told you, when you are single, don't be amazed when scholarships and opportunities to be sent abroad by companies come. You are a prime candidate for those opportunities because you are single and simple.
Yes, you have time.
Yes.
Single and simple.
Yes.
Okay.
You are the easiest person to sponsor.
Yeah.
Married people have families and they are not
Yes.
easy to sponsor. Young people are unstable and they are not reliable. You're mature and single. That's why you are a target.
Oh.
Stop getting hoodwinked.
Yes.
Oh, we have an air ticket for you. Can you send it to Ethiopia? Can you go to South Africa? Or you think you are globe-trottering? You're supposed to be settling down.
Yeah.
And you're over here. Be careful. It's only 3 years. Go do the master. It's completely paid for with stipend. At the time when you're 26. Then you disappear. You come back here at 31.
Yeah.
And you're like talking that thing. Oh, so cars.
You start creating friendships from zero.
People have moved on and stopped including. You know, when people they realize you don't respond, you respond with a number plus 44.
Yeah.
From UK's and place with different time zone. I don't know. You don't. With time they forget you.
Yeah.
What do you do when classmates have stopped including you? When your former colleagues no longer see you as part of their life, and they are in a place you don't know.
Yeah.
People have not married, you are not there. Got children, you are not there. Went through sickness, you are not there. Buried their relatives, you are not there. You simply don't exist.
Yeah. Then you get back at 36, 37.
You don't know where is everyone.
And all your age mates are taken.
Where is everyone?
Yes.
Don't always jump on every train. Don't always jump on every train. Give yourself the gift of forethought.
Okay.
I used to think when I was young that geniuses were those who were getting A in class. How wrong was I?
Aren't they?
I came to realize geniuses are not those ones.
Okay.
Geniuses are those who have the presence of mind to do like the sons of Issachar in First Chronicles, that they understood the times and they knew what Israel ought to do.
Yes.
Those who understand times, to know what they ought
To do.
are the geniuses of life.
Okay.
Those are the geniuses of life. I never knew that forethinking, planning is so difficult. It's the hardest thought. The hardest. We rather go with the impulse, with the moment, with the chance, with the mood. That's how most of us live.
Yes.
We are unable to turn down something now because it looks very lucrative. We'll process your passports. Don't have to worry about anything. But when you look at it 3 years down the line, which girl will say, like my girl when she was 23, she kept getting fully paid for scholarships and turning them down. She was applying them to pass time because she was bored. As you get accepted, congratulations, completely paid with upkeep. Masters, I don't know, because governments have a lot of exchange programs.
Yes.
And they have a number they need to sponsor from Germany, I don't know, those kind of things. And they're looking for who? Single. They are simple.
Single and simple.
Yes, you have no child, you don't have baggages.
Yeah.
You are the easiest for them to tick boxes. They are
Yes.
ticking boxes. And you are calling them opportunities.
Oh. Someone is achieving.
It's an exchange program between Germany and Kenya to sponsor 100 kids to go to environmental, to boost whatever. You know it's a box that ticky because they usually give you just this kind of slot.
Yeah.
Because they have their own things they're doing. You are a statistic to them.
Yes.
Stop taking these things too seriously. Stop taking it too seriously. Some people need 500 from Africa. Kenya has 32 slots. And somebody has been given the duty to fill those slots with economically light candidates. We don't have so much money to sponsor the husband, the 2 children.
Yes.
Bring. Somebody, a salesperson, has been sent on the ground to look for people like you.
Yes.
My friend, sometimes it's not just opportunities.
Someone is in business.
My friend,
Yeah.
be careful. Be careful.
Never thought of it that
Be
way.
careful.
Yes.
When you come to understand even these PhDs, what not, the governments have their own, the organizations have their own things to do. They have an agenda to increase environmentalists, to increase mining, to increase something. And they sponsor that. And when you are that light and simple, apply now when you have children. And tell them you need to move with your husband and your children. And then you get schools for your children over there. And upkeep
and
a bigger house.
Yes.
Apply now. You will see.
Yeah.
You can get, but you'll struggle more than your sister who's just finished. Even the military, what do they go for? The simple guys who don't have a lot. They just bought the airplane and come.
They just need a room. You need a house.
So careful now. Don't be so restless.
Yes.
We are saying when you start in that new direction, and I don't want you to be outrageous, that after the breakup, I wanted a new life. I said, let me go to Australia, let me go to China, I want to forget. That's too far. I want the goal you wanted to change your life. For most people, it's to start family, it's to move in this direction, it's to get in this direction of career, it's to do launch in it. And the philosophical rule there is that it's usually the best way to bury the chapter where this person was very prominent.
Yes.
Is to open another chapter that is so important. It makes the former chapter obsolete.
Yes.
When you finally have your family happily married, living your life, even when a person mentions, oh, you know, I saw that lady, she was asking, it doesn't even bother you. You're busy with your life. But if you don't launch, the delay will make that person also delay in your life. in your memory.
Wow, okay.
When you delay to move on, the air and what they left, the footprints, and how they affected you, the changes they made in your life
Yes.
will hang on for a longer time. So put the effort to step to the next thing so that this thing stops being so looming and large. Yes.
Wow, now let me ask, people who move on too fast after a breakup, is it healthy for them?
Too fast is relative, and moving on is also relative. Let's replace all those words with the word healing.
Okay.
Just heal after you break up.
Not jump into another relationship.
Don't bandage yourself with another human being.
Yes.
They will bring you other injuries of their own. When you use people as a bandage, they will hurt you in other ways.
Yeah.
You should bandage yourself. You should heal so that you stop the guilt, the shame, the regret. Healing is important. So sometimes people start healing before they even leave. That's why they appear to move on quickly, but they were already working and accepting and reorganizing their lives, and they did a slow fade. Remember the 3 methods of breakup?
Yes.
Clean cut, slow fade, and sabbatical leave. People do slow fade, slow planning, start slowly, and they move on.
Yeah.
By the time they are breaking up in an unofficial way, they have already done the internal work, acceptance, and planning where they're going their life. So let's say, just make sure you heal. Your healing may take quick or longer, but until you feel that you are mentally and psychologically okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, just make sure you heal. And with that, we have the healing books, that is Healing Your Inner Self, and How to Recognize and Deal with Toxic Relationships, plus many other books that you can get on www.benjaminzuluglobal.com. Thank you for being part of this conversation. Bye-bye.
There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to